What? Safety first. Callum, don't you shut that door. Don't you shut that door on me when I get over there. Don't you do it. Don't you fucking do it. Oh, you little shit. Hey guys, it's Jason here with another one-shot horror game. We got The Park. This game didn't come out recently. It's about 3.5 years old. Came out October 27th of 2015, so I'm a bit late to this party, but I thought I'd throw this out there. Now this is just a walking simulator, note reading, experience the environment kind of game, so don't expect any fast chase scenes or anything of the sort. And with all that, let's go ahead and get started. I say one shot. The Park is a narrative experience, best played in a dark room wearing headphones. It deals with subject matter that may be disturbing to some players. During the course of play, The Park may manipulate graphics, audio, control settings, and your sanity. Well, I'm sure you guys read that last sentence. Anyway, hopefully it's a one-shot. I played it once when it came out, and it took a little over an hour, so that seems appropriate. Might be a little bit longer video than normal, but I think we can still squeeze this into one. Made by Funcom, obviously.
Heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum.
Red hair and blue eyes. That's very
Stay in the
uncommon,
car. Go and ask information.
I think. So here's our kid, Callum. What's that shirt he's got? It's a Cthulhu shirt. Dude, that's radical. I'd wear that. Let's go take a look around. There is no run speed. This is as fast as I can go. So I've made it to this end of the park, and there's nothing but trees and shrubberies and rocks. Whoa. What the hell? It's weird spatial distortion. Alright, read note.
Kids, you gotta admire their imagination.
Holy crap. This kid writing a novel here. Okay, here we go. A kid from the academy told me this story, so don't blame me if it sounds silly. He might have been poking fun at a poor townie, but I'm writing this down because the league needs to know. William D. Someone is living at Atlantic Island Park. At night you can see him there, tall and thin and ragged, a man in a suit who seems to disappear whenever he moves into the shadows. 7 of the kids from Innsmouth Academy snuck into the park. Innsmouth is also like a Cthulhu-oriented town. That's where the half-fish people lived. Over the fence one night, they wandered among the rides and the closed stalls. They could feel someone watching them. When they went to leave, there was only 6 of them. The weirdest thing, though, is when they got back to the academy, none of the adults noticed, and there was a kid missing. It was like the adults had their memories erased. That the missing kid and everything about them was just gone. The kids at the academy tried to remember. They called the man in the ragged suit the boogeyman, and they say to be careful because if he gets you, the whole world might just forget about you. And this is the boogeyman, apparently. He's got a hook arm, he's thin and ragged, and he needs to see a dentist. I wish I could run, wish you could run. See if these buildings have anything in them.
The park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Okay. Got the little booths here. Oh.
What?
You alright, ma'am?
Lorraine. Lorraine. yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
How did he run into the already locked gates? Explain, please. And how'd you know about the teddy bear? See if there's any notes hiding around. Look, we got happy clouds and a happy sun. We got a plaque. What's this?
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
A tribute to the untamed heart of Solomon Island and the people who used their talents to bring the dream of Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all those who follow after. Dedicated this first day of May 1977, James B. Longley. I'm guessing it didn't open in 1977, because if that's true, then your kid is like 45 or something.
Callum, where are you going?
Come on, this way.
How about you get your ass back to the car, because we're going home. Nathaniel Winter, are you the boogeyman? You're kind of boogie nights. Ooh, note. Flyer. Oh my god, I'm not reading that.
Wait for Mommy, Callum!
This way.
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
Something's wrong with your lights here. It's kind of on the fritz. And I'm going insane. Well, that's a transition. Did you come to this park? Like, who has a park entrance like this? Just a huge ass escalator going up the hill?
God. The park. What happened here?
Thank God I can run. We got a map right
It's
here.
easy to get lost here.
Sideshow Alley, House of Horrors, Tunnel of Tales, the Octotron, Ferris wheel, obviously. That's over that way. Bumper cars, roller coaster. Okay. Seems like a typical amusement park. Everything here seems fine.
Callum!
Dude, Callum's dead.
You can't catch me.
You little shit. Come here. Have you heard of parenting, woman? Look what your kid's doing. And there's bats. Insanity bats, no less. Well, he ran that way, but I want to check this thing out. Seems legit. I forget what this game's actually about. Like, obviously, we're not exactly really here.
Too dark. I'm not going in there without a flashlight.
Are you scared? Well, let's get a flashlight. Callum,
Not playing anymore, Callum.
I'm taking my belt off right now. You gotta keep an eye out for those notes. Shoo.
I think this belongs to Callum.
Dude, your child is not very smart.
Callum? Where'd you go?
Over here.
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad the Chipmunk welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Chad can be seen in daily ice sculpting shows in the following locations. I am Sideshow... What's that say? Oh, 11 a.m. I thought it said like Liam or something. Sideshow Alley, 1 p.m. the Octatron, 3 p.m. Park Entrance. Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. Cool. Cool poem.
What's this?
Oh my... This is a tiny font. Okay. Here we go. Purchase the land of Solomon Island for a pittance. I might add whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals. Just the mention of his name and people slamming the doors and locking shutters from the moment I arrived on the island. Mind the pause. My lawyers had arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter with a curse carried from the old country. Old man Henderson, he did terrible, dark things the land remembers, sir. I dismissed him shortly afterwards, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have a great vision for this place, and the will to see that vision through to the very end. Atlantic Island Park. The name is perfect, and I cannot imagine it being anything else.
This is the start of something amazing.
Alright, old man Winter. Right now I just see a bunch of shambled crap and dirt paths. Trash everywhere. What kind of park are you running?
Come out, sweetie. Where are you? Callum, stay where you are. Mommy needs to see you, Callum. Come back, Callum.
Oh, that was a creepy one.
Come on, Mommy.
There's quite a bit of landscape back there. Okay, into the love tunnels. Wouldn't the smart thing to do just be sit on the dock and wait for him to come back out and just snatch him? Just grab his ear and yank him out of the park. Alright, so we'll be going up that path over there in a moment. I do like the way this cave looks. It's all shimmery. Can't turn very far.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup.
You may hear me opening a can of soda.
What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there.
What the hell was that?
No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you fool. Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets.
I think we know what Hansel and
The
Gretel's
next
fate are
morning,
going to be.
the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house. After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any
When did that
supper.
happen?
Hansel tried to sneak out
I
and
just
collect
missed
more
something?
white stones, but found that the door was locked. "Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself," the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again.
Am I supposed to be seeing something?
Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days.
Sucks to be you.
The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar.
There were ants everywhere.
Desperately hungry,
Cortana got a little
ran
nutty.
forward and began to nibble on the walls. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. "Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you." But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. "Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you." The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. "You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside," the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed.
Okay, old woman. What is that noise?
Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage
Something ramming my boat?
and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. "Your brother will make a good mouthful," the old witch told Gretel. "Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him."
Way to give away your
Time
plans.
passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. "Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven." But Gretel pretended not to understand. "I do not know how. Where is the opening?" "Fool," the old witch said. "The opening is here." And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked. And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
Nice ending. I like that final touch. I was just about to say something about them eating the witch. What's up, Swan? Don't look at me. You see where you're driving. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that very slow storytelling of Hansel and Gretel that has almost nothing to do with the story. Let's get out of this ride. I swear that's the most slow part. Now at the front of the Swan's fine again. Oh, we can ride it once more. Hell no.
Stop hiding, Callum! Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
Okay. That's what I would do.
Callum, tell Mommy where you are.
Every time the power goes out. Hey, you want to hear a horror story,
Another
child?
accident. This place.
What happened here? There's a knife in that teddy bear's eye. Okay. Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deducted what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. It is astonishing to think that a resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon I will know if his hags... That's not hags. I will know if this has all been for nothing. So what did Henderson do here again? There's that code for... Excuse me. Can you be helped? Boogeyman? I'm just sprinting my
Where
way.
did you go?
This way, Mommy.
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
Giggle,
Stop!
giggle, says
Callum!
Callum. I'm gonna check these side paths. Okay, absolutely nothing over there. Let's keep going. Very linear path.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy.
Is that another semi-Cthulhu? Looks like a bird of some kind.
The guy just
Oh,
snapped. Those poor kids.
what the hell? Eyewitness report. Officer on duty, Sheriff Bannerman. Witness is Norma Creed. Statement.
We were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They gave me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice, and at first we thought he was making some animal, like a tiger or lion. But as more and more ice fell away, when you first looked, it was like a human face smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite right about the proportions. Something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster. Like you were prey and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy, who had one of the teenagers on the ground and he was stabbing with the ice pick. And blood was spraying and people were screaming and Frank and I had kids and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that the eyeball of one of those poor kids has landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive.
Little bit TMI there.
Callum, come back here right now!
Callum. Alright, let's go ahead and hop on this little doodad. Multiple ways to go. You must be at least this tall.
Can't get on while it's moving.
Sometimes I have to decrease the speed here. That should be enough. Let me on. I simply must ride. Can I call for Callum? No. We? Speeding it up. Is there someone in that booth? Couldn't quite tell. Oh, there's something right there. Hi. Well, that just happened. My heart's beating for some reason.
Oh, I remember this.
It isn't. Hey, what's that in the background? Creeper.
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. And they shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
Well, I want to ride the Ferris wheel, but the bridge is out. With this note. Frustrated by the fact that the plans seem incomplete, I know as well as anybody that the rules of the game can be changed with enough money. But no matter how much money no matter how much money talks, it can't conjure up missing plans from thin air. I've tried contacting the organization who sold me these plans, and they are stonewalling me. Every contact that I had, every meeting place that I had watched are swept bare. I have a sinking feeling that I have been swindled. We've gone ahead with what we could find in the plans regardless. The harvesting machines, the transport mechanisms. It'll probably let Nicholas name them something cute for the day we open the park. They will be rides, after all. Okay. Let's go this way. I'm guessing the park is our subconscious in some capacity. We're actually sitting in an insane asylum, contemplating about Callum and the way we killed him. Okay, so we're going to the bumper cars, and then we'll swing back around to the Ferris wheel, no doubt.
Come out, sweetie!
Looks like there's a note over here on the window. This text is so small. Hi. Now she's back there.
Where are you?
Mother duck said quack, 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 quack.
You can still see her. Can you get in there? bumper
Constant
cars.
crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat. Callum!
This way, Mommy.
Just give me a cutscene. I just want to look at it. Well, shock therapy's cool. Shocking revelations.
Callum! Come back.
Dude, I am crazy.
Don't hide from me, Callum.
What's in here? Nothing.
Wait for Mommy. Callum, stay where you are.
Looks like we got something over this way.
Callum?
Hey, what's that staircase over there? Francis Dufresne. Accident. This looks like a year before that plaque out there. Laborers working on the crane. Maybe not a year, but it happened before the park opened. Supervisor, blah, blah, blah. Oh, there's Creed again. Lawrence Creed. During the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attaching the load to the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the car. Describe any injuries caused. Francis was mutilated. Did the injured employees see a doctor? Eventually. If yes, did you file an employee portion of the workers' compensation form? Supervisor's comments. Dexter, the truck driver, claimed to have seen someone on the back of the load, undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff was requested that Dexter provide them with a urine sample. What could have been done to prevent this incident? Double-checking the straps. After the transit should be mandatory. The drug screening for all drivers. Have unsafe conditions been corrected? Absolutely not. Additional comments. The local laborers are very superstitious, and this has been helped. Some of them are refusing to return to work until we have someone from the local church walk the park and exorcise the bad spirits. What? Safety first! Safety first! Well, we can go that way now. Okay, I'm gonna go see what's blocking this path, and then we'll head over there. It looks like there's a note over here in this little picnic or
What is
newspaper.
this about?
Yeah, what is this about? Financial genius or eccentric geriatric? Let me see if I can summarize. Alright, it just talks about how they don't expect Nathaniel Winter to make a profit building a park up here on the northern part of an island, but he does it anyway because he's an old, eccentric,
Callum,
crazy
where did you
man.
go?
Alright, looks like we got a page up here, not very long. Dissuade them. They have sent an inspector to investigate the accidents at the park. I've given him the grand tour and spoken about all our safety upgrades, but he seems unconvinced. In this case, the park itself is working against me. This dour man has become more and more intractable the more time he spends in the park. Intractable? I have offered to pay for his stay in the Overlook Hotel to get him out of here. It seems to have made him even more paranoid. I don't think this man is going to allow my park to stay open. This is a disaster from my ultimate goals. Who the hell was driving this stupid thing? Alright. What's my name, Lorraine?
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. Didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
What's wrong with me? How dare someone judge me for leaving my kid asleep in a car? Continually delayed by the incompetence of the builders, the problem is that they are locals, and so they believe a lot of the rumors about what Old Man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that is why I choose this site over all the other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all the power just dissipating beneath the earth here. It makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that old Mr. Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find the piece of the plans that I am missing.
Callum? Callum!
What are these plans she keeps talking about? Alright, so we got the Ferris wheel, which is freaking huge. I'm gonna go down this way and see if there's something on the other side of that broken bridge. I'll be right back. Nothing. Let's go back to the Ferris wheel. Okay, obviously we're gonna ride this thing, because why wouldn't we?
Don't be afraid.
Oh. I just have to get in line.
Callum! Tell Mommy where you are!
Who leaves this thing running?
Where are
Okay.
you, Callum?
Here... Let's click the squirrel. Here we go. Maybe we'll get a nice view of the park.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Don and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Don was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
I think 3 months is long enough to know if you're actually like with the person you're supposed to be with. Probably about 50 years in, you're like, yeah, this is probably it. 3 months? Come on. Oh. Boogie Woogie in there operating the Ferris wheel. And I guess I blinked and he left. Okay.
Mommy's coming, Callum!
Guess we're going this way.
Callum? Callum!
Here's something making a noise.
Callum! Tell Mommy where you are!
Hey, you just shut up. Aw, cute little doll.
Come back, Callum!
Oh, I'm getting angry. Touch it. You can't run when you're going insane, so that's fun.
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
Alright then. I'm feeling much better about playing as this character.
Stay where you are!
Calm, you're in such deep shit. Well, here's a roller coaster. Let's go ahead and ride it, I
always
guess.
wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
Here we go. Let's hope all the bolts are in place.
Mommy is coming, Callum.
I read notes that have me believe to the contrary. A one-segment roller coaster chair.
Callum, where did you go?
Does that even function? Here we go.
What do you want?
We need to talk about Callum.
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting.
Okay.
You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
Here we go. Backseat passenger. Whoa. I couldn't read that in time. All something. The depravity. Try to slow those down for you. Not safe. Can't taste something. That's a little low. Oh! I just there goes Callum! He got flung. There's something in that booth, so Maybe I can go over there and check it out.
Come back!
It works. The calculations and adjustments worked. The transport and the storage mechanism seem to be flawless. What a wonderful day. If only those people knew what they were fueling. And so what if a few people leave the park at the end of the day feeling dour? So what if the children are more scared than excited on the roller coaster? This could be the doorway to immortality. And such doorways open only to those who have the will to find the key. Okay, roller coaster operator. Sitting in your booth all day writing notes about immortality and people leaving the park in a dour state. Ooh, flashlight.
The witch awaits.
I could use that. Why don't I have it out? Alright, well let's get the F out.
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him.
You have.
I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can save him. And there will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why. I can help you, Callum. The
Lady,
whole
you
town was
crazy.
shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
Cotton candy corpse leaves sour taste in park-goers' mouths. Yesterday evening, visitors to Atlantic Island Park were shocked and horrified by the discovery of a dismembered corpse behind the cotton candy stand. According to the local authorities, the corpse has yet to be identified. However, they have been confirmed that the remains appear to be those of a child. The corpse was discovered by a group of teenagers from Innsmouth Academy, who noticed a pair of ravens tugging at something, just out of sight behind the shack. Nathaniel Winter, the owner of Atlantic Island Park, has released the following statement.
It is true the tragedy when something like this occurs, especially in a place that was designed to bring forth happiness and joy. The staff of Atlantic Island Park offers their condolences to the families and friends of the victims and will cooperate fully with authorities to help bring the case to rest.
The Solemn Chronicle will provide daily updates to the story going forward. So, some kid got mutilated and his soul got sucked out by Old Man Winter, and now he's more immortal than he used to be. Back here.
This isn't a game, Callum!
What are you scared of?
Did you say something?
I'm not playing anymore, Callum!
Whack-a-jack. I don't like that game.
Come back!
Trying to look at my hands, see if they're turning into hooks and stuff. Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, her face looked a lot more creepy a second ago.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum!
I can help you,
Callum,
Callum.
where are you?
Okay, let's check it out.
Keep them away from me.
Got some blood. Hello, corpse.
Poor bastard. Who did this to him?
Okay. I had to click to get out of it. Stupid clown. What are you smiling at? You're lucky I can't climb over this corpse. Hi, Chad. Goddamn Chad. He's always doing his shit. He's pulling his pranks. Hey, there's something on this table now. Take pills. Take pills? Sure.
These are mine.
Flags Pharmacy. What type of pills are these? Don't believe anything they tell you. Fear the boogeyman. Stop picking your nose then. Fuck gravity. What's this say? It disappears, sorta. I can taste your dreams. These are all the messages that were on the roller coaster. Only dead fish follow the stream. Your mother? Clearly she has high standards. Say no to graffiti. Some kids laugh as some kids cry, but mostly childish simply die. Or mostly children. 1980s. Yeah, get the hell out of my way. Oh, and then the room I was just in vanished. Okay, dokie. There's the boogeyman. He's just chilling. Ugh. We get all these teddy bears out of the way. Anything new back here? Nothing. Right, boogeyman. What?
Callum, I'm sorry.
You don't want me going that way. Okie doke.
Don't touch me.
Touch me. Okay, clowns.
Forgive me, Callum.
Pickled punks. See, now he doesn't care if I go through here. All I want is Callum's teddy bear. You can keep the kid. Oh.
Okay, no.
Why are you slashing up your wrists? Well, I picked up the flashlight like a million years ago. Can I...
The park is a collage of contradictions all of its own. Millions of people die every year in car crashes. And the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears, while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. And what secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the soiled condoms of illicit affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely suicide. And the face of the witch looms over it all. I've always despised her toothy grin and warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me. Inside.
Now there is an achievement I don't have. And it's to leave the park. And I'm wondering if that just means I never actually finished the game. Or if there's an alternate ending that I didn't choose. In any case, let's go to the House of Horrors. Probably our last and final and best stop. Boogeyman! Oh. A whole nother zone just for this. Actually get a flashlight now. There, wouldn't let me over that. Okay. Done. Atlantic Island Park has closed its gates. A jeering throng of townsfolk gathered as we hung the heavy iron padlock on the gates. Small-minded fools, scared of what they don't understand. My machines lie silent and dejected, but I am not beaten. I have sent my wife and son back to Boston, and I have retreated here to the House of Horrors, I must think. Can I knock this over? What's up, winner? Feeling immortal, huh? Nice eyes. I'm creeping myself out with that. Who are you supposed to be? How's this fire? I don't know what you are. Some Minotaur. Something's wrong with my eyes. Got like the craziest cataracts I've ever seen. Sure are a lot of mirrors. No particular reason. I see something behind that chipmunk. He's just chilling back there. Just waiting to poof. What's the deal with Chad? Like the main villain here. Is he supposed to be standing right underneath the thing here? Yeah, I can see him a little bit. Can't get a good look though. Okay. Looking in these mirrors. I say if one thing that freaked me out, it's looking in mirrors and seeing stuff behind you. I think we want to go this way first. See if there's anything we possibly missed. Did I just see that unload? Am I going in circles now? What the fuck? Damn it. Just look to the side for a second. I saw that lay on the ground. I'm like, certainly. It got me a little bit. Hey. Why don't you say boo to me? Incidents and I cannot dismiss them as random chance. The park works, but something is interfering with its intended function. It's as though the very air in this place is competing the power even as I collect it, corrupting. A few casualties here and there are acceptable, but when employees go on stabbing rampages, it draws attention. I'd rather not have the boys in blue, either kind, investigating this place too closely. It's a shame about Steve. I rather liked him. Alright, I guess there's nothing over there. Not sure if I went this way. You're a funny looking guy.
I'm a horrible mother. Where is he? I'm a
What
horrible
was
mother.
down that other way?
Where is he?
Hey, you. Hey, what are you doing?
Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. I don't want to go in there yet.
Don't leave me!
Man, what was in that other room way back when? I'm gonna go check it out. I'll be right back. Alright, here's the way I didn't check out. Swear, if there's nothing down here.
Give it to me!
Bunch of notes. Wow, there is nothing down here. Here we go. That looks super inviting. Locked. Also locked.
Nightmare Circus.
A circus burns to the ground on opening night, killing dozens. The owner is put to death by an enraged mob of townsfolk. Just as he shouts out a curse, now Raven, a dark-souled wanderer, comes to the ruins at dusk in search of his missing mother. Let the show begin! Okay. There's a doll. Some crappy books.
After they let me out, they gave me Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum, did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
It's like the Oregon Trail, except with cannibals. Disconnect notice. After multiple attempts to collect payment, we regret to inform you that your service has been disconnected or will be disconnected shortly. Please do the following. Make the payment listed on your last bill. Contact us at 555-7868 and we can arrange a payment plan so that you can immediately be reconnected. If you believe that this is an error, call us on 555-7869 to discuss your options. If you are unable to make payment, please contact your local welfare office to discuss a placement for you and your loved ones. Winter in Maine is cold and brutal, and don't face it without electricity. Not having electricity in winter time is pretty much illegal now. The wilting. A solar flare struck the earth. Millions of people are uprooted from their homes. A young meteorologist searches desperately for a way to stop global overheating. An exotic dancer named Chance O'Hara is the key to saving the world. Again. Okay, Chance. Rubik's Cube. I love you. I'm gonna kill that brat. Milk, cheese, bread, butter, corn, potatoes, apples, fish sticks. Remember, drop off Callum. Pay electricity bill and fix the faucet. Ranch. Okay. No freezer? This room looks sensual. Lorraine, that's me. I received your letter and I'm quite surprised. You ran off with your father all of those years ago, then disappeared off the edge of the map, and then when I finally tracked you down, refused to answer any of my letters. And now you write to me asking me for help? I have another family now and another life. Your father was a horrible man, and I regret those years that I wasted with him. I loved you, I truly did, but every year you grew more and more like him. You were his girl, never really mine. Still, I would have fought for custody if you hadn't run away with him. It broke my heart, but I needed to go on living. I can't let you back into my life without picking open old wounds. I'm sorry, Lorraine, but I just can't do it. Maybe one day it'll be easier and I can meet Callum, but not yet. I'm not ready to forgive you. Please don't contact me again. Not even to say your mother. Miss Maillard, as we agreed in our meeting today, we consider you fully recovered from your illness. This letter is official notification that you are considered sound of mind and body and may return to work at any time. Please note that you should discontinue any medication that you have been using and dispose of any remaining medicines. If you feel at any time that you are suffering a relapse, then please make contact with your local physician immediately. We wish you continued good health. Okay. Doing my drugs. I had one of these as a kid. My mom hated it. I think I broke a lot of things bouncing around on that. Dunwich Emergency Service. Lorraine seems to be suffering from depression that began early in her pregnancy. You mean when her husband or fairy tale boyfriend died? Our discussions have made it obvious that these episodes stem from the grief of losing her partner, Don, who died about 6 months ago. There are also several unresolved issues with her father. After being kept under careful observation, we provided standard treatment for his disorder, including electroconvulsive therapy. The patient responded and made a rapid recovery. Great. Hey guys, I'm depressed. Can you help me out? Sure. Sit down in this bed. Why are you strapping me in? What are you doing with those electrodes? Our inquiry into the estate of Mr. Donald Williams has been completed. We regret to inform you that the primary beneficiaries of his estate, including the life insurance settlement for accidental death, were listed as Rose Williams and Richard Williams of New York State. The deceased parents, our agency, made contact with Mr. and Mrs. Williams and explained your situation, especially as regards to the birth of Donald's son, Callum. Unfortunately, they were not receptive to our overtures, and they specified that without any legal proof of a biological relationship, they consider you ineligible to receive any of the more monies from Donald's estate. They have asked that we no longer contact them regarding this matter. I understand that this may have a negative impact on your current financial situation, and I hope that being too forward when I enclose a bill for our services with this letter. Why are you fighting for Don's estate? Didn't he sweep at a fast food place? I somehow doubt he has thousands and thousands of dollars saved up. He's probably in debt. You don't want to take that on. Pills. Let's see if we can actually see. Take 2 tablets by mouth, blah blah blah. One Main Street, Kingsmouth. What is this thing for, even? Okay, are these notes any different? Lorraine, things aren't right between us at the moment, and I know I want to try and explain it. I think it is because I am so far from home and I am working so hard. Every day working at the park, it gets worse, like spring inside my mind. Whether tighter and tighter and tighter winding. When we go for drinks after work, it gets a little better. The guys relax and we laugh and we're good people again. Why would you stutter in a note? I don't want to come home to you without being in my right mind. But when this job is done, we need to get out of this place. We need to go back to the city, where I don't feel like this anymore. I love you, Donald. P.S. I was thinking about names for boys and girls. I like Callum for a boy, and Emma, if it's a girl. Okay.
Stop!
Callum, don't you shut that door. Don't you shut that door on me when I get over there. Don't you do it. Don't you fucking do it. Oh, you little shit. Take the pills. Follow up with Dr. Spencer. Organized babysitter for Callum. So can I actually take more pills? I don't feel like I'm in my right mind. Body parts? No. Goddamn Callum. Let's make our way back around. PT in this.
Show yourself.
I didn't run away. Dad took me. What the hell is this song? Thank you, William, for the new watch. It is very nice. It has made me a happy carrot. He says I'm okay now. PT. If anything even closer resembles a PT situation, you must address it. Says every horror game player ever. Can't read anything. We're good people again, but I don't want to come to you without being in my right mind. Blah 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 blah. Same stuff. There's blood on the hat. What the hell is this? Her lie. Yeah. Skin. What? Oh. Cry her something. Bye. See her try. Her why. What the hell is going on here? And now we're demons. Nothing new there. Someone ripped the head off the doll. Milk. Zolift prescription. Cheese prescription. Bread prescription. Blah 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 blah. Remember, more pills. Tickets to Atlantic Park. So I lost my mind. I took Callum there to lose him. Yeah, this is our living conditions. What the hell? Car's on fire, trees are on fire, green demons inside the car. Callum! Come out, wherever you are. Someone bashed their head on the ground. More demon folk. What is that? School? Teacher? Okay, everything getting decrepit. Something about being a carrot again. Goofy boogeyman. How deep does this House of Horrors go? Something needs to change. Perhaps for the better. Bunch of dolls hanging from the ceiling. Bunch of dolls, their eyes pulled out. Nice. Remember, you are alone. Nobody loves you. Callum is no longer who he once was. What's this picture about? Roller coaster, maybe? Or is that just a sidewalk at the park? Who knows? Cooking baby doll heads. Cooking them in the oven. That's the I love you thing. Here's my bloody pick that apparently Chad used. Oh, we go that way now. Can I not even open this? No. Okay, something different. Let me out.
Don't leave me! Leave me alone!
You're very conflicted. Don't leave me. Followed by, leave me alone. Do you know what you want? Creepy, creepy baby dolls littered all over my house. I pull out their eyes and spray 'em with blood. 'Cause that's what I'm all about. I'm a crazy evil mother and I don't care. Callum's gone and he's out of my hair. Why do I keep going down these stairs? Okay, come on. I'm just gonna bum rush it unless I see something actually interesting and new. That's interesting and new. Forget Dan, Dad, Callum, not him. Don't forget Callum. Who's this? I'm guessing one of these is Dawn. Like I should be freaking out, but I'm just kinda... There's dead birds in there. Okay, well... Well... Not enjoying that ambient noise that's going on, grinding gears. You will watch me rot. Yep.
What have you done with him?
Callum. Oh. We only had to go through that 5 times?
Stories are told again and again, and from their shape we build our understanding of the world. 2 children are led into the woods. They are lost for a time, but then are captured by an old witch. A child goes missing in Atlantic Island Park. He wanders lost for a time before finding his way into the mouth of an old witch. In the oldest version of this story, the mother and the witch were the same person. I never wanted to be the witch. But I am, aren't I?
Alright, maybe that Hansel and Gretel story had something to do with it after all. Kids broke in today. It has been so long since I heard laughter, so very long. I took one of them. I couldn't help myself. It was fast. The others didn't notice. I liked hearing him laugh, this boy from the academy. I put him on a slab. I tickled him until he couldn't breathe. My machines came to life, whirling in time to his gasps and shrieks. I think this is delightful. The change wrought in me by the machines is not yet complete. There must be other children I can lay on my slab. Eyes without sparkle. Your music is a little old-timey there. Secret bookshelf exit. I have my sneaky suspicions. Yeah, the old Hansel and Gretel book. Just sinking into the floor. Phasing right through it. Got a little gas leak.
Callum. Callum!
Learn to stairs.
Callum. Callum. Callum!
Chad gonna get you. Cthulhu. It's like Cthulhu and Skeletor had a child. And winner. Good job. Mother of the Year.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time.
It's like what the ticket seller was telling me. It's the same guy.
Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Okay. So the story is a little odd. Guessing we just went to the park and lost our kid, and then is he the one who got stabbed? Did I kill my kid and leave him to be found? What the hell am I doing here? Okay, well, I don't know what the storyline exactly is. Maybe if someone wants to fill me in on the comments down below. But that was the park. A pretty standard walking simulator with a little bit of psychological horror thrown in. No danger to speak of. Just an experience. Alright, and that concludes this one-shot episode. I don't know how often I'll be making these, but try to do one a month if possible. And with that, I will see you guys next time.